Here.
What's going on, you guys? Lord Act here. There was no audio for a couple seconds. I forgot to unmute everyone. My bad. What we was saying is we're going to have a little bit of a rocky step going in for a little bit because we have to fix some of the issues that... Because here's the thing. I was using OBS. OBS, I think it's called like... It's pretty much where I invite King on as a guest. But there was issues where sometimes I couldn't hear him. I don't get no issues like that when we on Zoom. And
you know why? Because I think Microsoft owns Zoom.
Microsoft owns Teams.
Oh, they sold Zoom?
I don't know if they ever own Zoom.
I say I was giving them credit for something they didn't even have.
Yeah, which you tend to do sometimes before you going into that. But I appreciate everyone coming through to the R&R. We talk about movies, TVs, and anime. You know, we got some stuff going on. You got a static background. It's working fine on my end.
No, they talking about your background is nothing like going on there. That's a static background. So like that's why it looks like he's in the OnlyFans.
You know, people keep saying that. What I'll probably do eventually is like put something up here.
He could put his green screen behind him and do funky things. He don't want to do it.
Hey, I could do that, couldn't I?
Yes, you can.
I wonder what kind of funky things I could do.
We talked about a lot of funky things.
But I appreciate everyone coming through. You know, we actually got a lot talking about right now. We're going to be talking about Mario. We're going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're also going to be talking about...
they said you got background audio. Hold on, let me hear. Let me see. Yep. We talked about a lot of funky things. Plug your I think one of your things got loose in your deck.
We're coming through, you know, with my deck.
Yeah.
So you hear me twice?
No. It sounds like a machine humming. It's not as a refrigerator. Somebody said it's a refrigerator. It sounds like either a bent or a loose wire.
What about now?
Let me listen. We talked about a lot of funky things. Plug your I think one of
testing. My deck.
Yeah.
So you hear me twice?
Testing.
Hello.
It sounds like a machine humming. It's not as a refrigerator. Somebody said it's a refrigerator. It sounds like either a bent or a loose wire.
Hello.
It's very low. Let me listen. And it's not mine.
What is that? No, it's definitely not you. Testing.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hello.
There you go. A machine humming.
I don't know what that's from.
Did it stop, y'all?
No, the hum is. They said the hum's still there.
Yo, he said it's his fish tank.
Oh my God! There's always something with audio, man. It never fails. All right, let me see this. That's why I'm about to just have like a straight up episode over audio.
Somebody send me a car? That's crazy.
It feels like it's feedback from something.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's feedback.
I don't know what it is.
While y'all worrying about that, I got to worry about my code.
All right. No, it's still there. I don't know what it is. Like, I can barely hear, but I do know hear. Like, I will look into it later, guys. I don't know what it is.
They said, there you go.
Yeah, because I unhooked it.
Oh, okay.
There it is. See, the reason it's disappearing is because I'm unhooking my actual mic. It's not going to be there if it's unhooked.
Yeah,
I'll
so it's
I'll look
something.
into
Yeah,
it.
something.
I made it worse.
Let me hear.
Oh my god. Hello. Hello. There it is. See, the reason it's disappearing is because I'm unhooking my actual mic. It's not going to be there if it's unhooked.
Yeah,
I'll
so it's
I'll look
something.
into it.
Yeah, something.
I made it worse.
It's very low. Let me hear. They said it's better now.
All right. What
It's
about
very,
now?
very low.
What about now? Can you guys hear it now?
He said you got an echo now.
All right. What about now? I had an echo because I was monitoring it. Low buzz,
Yeah,
but
you got a
better.
low buzz. We got to find out what that low buzz is.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it on the fly like that though.
All right, let's do the show, man. Let's get rid of
Yeah.
this show.
All right. Look, guys, you just the biggest thing you'll have to like work with me is just coming back from doing all this. I got to figure out what that is. Maybe I know I've been doing the podcast just fine. I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out though.
Man,
We'll figure it out.
somebody's hating on R&R with the Lords, man, because it's always R&R with the Lords. We always having an issue. And when we get it together, you're done, son. You're done. You hear me? You're done, son. Yo, Addict. Let's go with Cabin in the Woods, being I know that is your least favorite situation.
Knock at the woods.
Yeah, knock at the woods, knock at the cabin.
Yeah, let me fix
Yeah.
that.
You put a
Actually,
cabin in the woods.
I liked it.
You like the knock at the cabin?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know why.
Oh, you got to tell. Yo, all right. So listen, guys. I thought I was being funny by telling Addict to watch this joint. Right? Definitely sabotage. Definitely sabotage, Don. But I'm like, yo. I saw it. I was like, yeah. I had to watch this craziness. I'm gonna have Addict watch this craziness. And it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. We all know that he's known for weird twists and turns in his films. His reveals is like something crazy. And this is on Peacock, right?
Yes.
This is on Peacock. So for all you guys that got Peacock
Yes.
or whatever, y'all can go check this film out. It came out in the movie theaters. I don't think it did well. And Dave Bautista stars in it, and so does the dude from what's that Lord of the Rings. No, no, not Harry Potter, right? That's the dude from Harry Potter that's in there with the red hair. He's in there. So the film is it's set in the woods, and the main family is a same-sex couple with an adopted child. And so the same sex couple is Caucasian and the child is Asian. And it gets kind of crazy because the little girl is sitting inside the forest by herself. And then along comes Dave Bautista, this big man walks up on this kid, and I think he's gonna kill her in the forest. Addict, did you think that he was gonna kill his kid in the forest?
No, it didn't seem like he was gonna kill him. Like it seemed more of a communication barrier, if anything. Like they're just to establish communication with the little kid at the beginning. What I
Yeah.
like is like you kind of think that little kid's gonna start turning on people, but it's the other way around. That little kid tries to run, like, like. And what's funny is they let that kid just run wild. Like I think the whole movie they only tied that kid up one time, and that kid was doing some stupid stuff the whole movie.
The whole movie. I mean, it's a weird film in the sense that I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if all those things was real. So again, we don't want to go into spoilers into the film because the film is available for everybody to watch on Peacock, right? And I think if you have Xbox or PlayStation, I think they have a free trial of Peacock. You can go check it out. But it's something that's definitely to pique your interest, something that you can definitely watch. Did you believe all that stuff was real? That's my own opinion, question that I have for you at it.
I feel like they intentionally made it to where you didn't believe it at first because they had it like the pre-recorded thing, and you know,
Yeah,
this is the kind of movie that could easily go the other way around,
right.
where Homeboy was manipulating the whole time. But for some reason, I felt like the way they were setting this up, it was like that intentionally. So I kind of, they're in the towards like the middle of the movie. I kind
Right.
of started second doubting it.
Right.
But once, especially, you know, there at the end when he was like, "Look at it. If you doubt it, then you find out all this damage and stuff." Like, it was good. I really enjoyed it.
All right. So, how many popcorn would you give it?
I'd give it a 3.
You give it a 3? I give it a 3 as well.
Yeah, I think it was a solid movie. I don't think it's a movie theater movie, but I do think it's a streaming service. I do think it brings value to streaming services. I just don't think it's a movie theater movie.
Don is definitely right. They got to give M like movies. Stop giving them movies to see.
Yeah,
Movies. It's definitely a good Peacock movie. It's a movie that's for a streaming service. It's not something that you go catch in the movie theaters.
question: do you think, and maybe it's just me, I'm actually starting to like Batista as an actor.
Because of the different roles that he's getting, or because of
I think
how he's matured as an actor.
I think it's because how he's matured as an actor, and I think he even knows he's got better, more potential than people give him credit for. Because that's one of the reasons, he's been so vocal about leaving Drax, is because he doesn't like the kind of
The typecasting of him.
dead
Yeah.
humor that Drax has.
Yeah.
So I think he doesn't want to be seen as that for his entire life.
Well, yeah, Drax. I mean, Drax can definitely. The character itself doesn't have any range because he's a dim-witted idiot. So the fact that he's playing characters with range and emotion, like this last character that he played in this movie now, has a lot of range and a lot of emotion because he's a school teacher. So as a school teacher, he is conflicted with the stuff that has to happen in this film, especially with it involving a child. So, and you can see that conflict come across him as a person. So it's really good. But Dave Bautista wearing Target or Walmart clothes in the woods is definitely something for y'all guys to see. So
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch. I do think, we might actually have to do a Oh, you got a super chat from Yo Mans.
All right, hold on. All right, free R. Kelly with the $5 super chat. Man, ain't nobody going to see Guardians 3. Marvel's washed up, washed. It's over. Sony is dominating with Spider-Man. Doesn't Spider-Man live in the Marvel universe?
Actually, if you want to get technical, I would say Marvel's made Spider-Man hot.
Yeah.
Look, Spider-Man was always hot, but I think Marvel is what pushed it over
to the next
to
level.
like the
Yeah.
highest stream of mainstream.
Yeah. I mean, they both needed each other, Kels. Cut it out. But I see. I'm glad you showed up, Kels, because I only thought they only let you out on Sundays. What up, Kels?
He asked for
Yo,
library time.
I think
on
that's my
Wednesdays and
boy
Tuesdays and
Pinnell. Is that Pinnell, man? Let me double check, man, because this. I grew up with him, and that is my dude, man. Let me see. That is my dude. Black Boxing Kings. Salute, brother.
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to Knock at the Woods, I liked it. I thought it was a solid foundation of a movie. I thought that I do think that they sped up the plagues. That's all I'm going to say. The plagues part too much. I felt like certain things happened too quickly. There was no build up to it.
Right.
But what I will say is, for what they had and what they done, I think it was done well.
I think they had to do it that way. So, all right, guys. Attic didn't get the chance to see Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, because Attic lives like an hour away from a movie theater now.
So your local scapegoat, me, King, went to go see Dungeons and Dragons.
I hear it's good though. I hear it's getting a lot of good praise.
It is.
Now I'm gonna drink my root beer while you talk about it.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal movie. It's dope because If any of you guys like Baldur's Gate and like Dungeons and Dragons and Neverwinter Nights and all that stuff, everything that you've ever loved about those series are there. Like from the big dragon, they poke fun at that, to some of the weapons that are in the game. They poke fun at that. The mages, the warlocks, the red elves, some of the lore that's there. It's all there. And I think this is a time where, us as adults, we have grown up from reading these books and playing these video games, and they're implementing all of this stuff into the movies. Um the comedy is spot on. I thought this was going to be the ultimate Easter movie. Right? Let's take Mario out of the equation. And if this was the only movie to rock for Easter, this was the movie I was going to recommend you take your children to go see. It's has a lot of heart to it. It had the chick from Fast and the Furious in it. You had the dude that played Captain Kirk in it. You had the other dude from Pokemon that was in it. And this movie, it's just funny. It's witty, it's funny, has a ton of humor, and at the end, it has a lot of heart because you feel for a lot of things, and it makes you realize that some people, because of their circumstances, they're put in unrealistic positions that they got to work through. It's a good film, a very, very good film. And it's an even better film if you're a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, if you're down with the board games, or you played the video games, or you read the books. You will be enthused, intrigued, and you will have a great laugh. I was in the movie theater, and I took my wife and my son to go see it. And it was a guy in the movie theater by himself watching it. Normally that's me in there, because I got to fulfill my request for the week. And he was laughing his behind off. And he was laughing at spots where, if you played the video game or you read the books, you knew certain things. And he got it when I got it. And it was just, it was really good to see. So I'm definitely going to give this a full popcorn. From all the CGI, from all the comedy, from everything, you catch all the humor, you catch everything throughout the movie. I thought the movie was phenomenal. It's definitely something that y'all going to enjoy. So go see Dungeons and Dragons. Give it a full popcorn. Um, I don't know when Attic could get a chance to see it. Probably it'll come on HBO Max or something like that.
Yeah, at this point, I've looked into it. Like, my movie theater shut down, so the nearest movie theater is Beckley, and Beckley's like 45 minutes, an hour away.
Yeah.
And then it's got a $4 toll between us and them. So I pretty much, if I go watch a movie, I got to add that on to any movie I watch at that point.
It was gas and food.
Yeah, gas, everything.
Yeah. So yeah, Attic is only going to really realistically see all the big films. So I'm really your gopher, your guinea pig that's going to be checking out all these iffy films. And we have a ton of iffy films this whole month of April, from Renfield to The Pope's Exorcist, and all the way down the line.
I am going to go watch the Evil Dead movie.
Oh yeah, and The Evil Dead.
I think
it's
that
it's
looks good.
a ton of scary movies this month for some weird
Obviously,
reason.
some Marvel. I'm going to go watch those.
What Marvel come? What do we have? Guardians this month?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think
See,
it's next
usually
month.
Tyler keeps me up to date with them things.
Yeah, I think Guardians is next month. I think.
So yeah, we'll definitely be catching up on stuff like that. I do want to watch Dungeons and Dragons, and I
Oh,
think
you're gonna love it.
I do think it's like, maybe when I get free time, it like go up there and just watch a couple movies at the same time. Like
Yeah.
movies back to back. I know that sounds like really rough for people.
Nah, I did that. Yo, shout out to you for trying that. If you can do it, I did. We did a back to back. The only reason why we didn't do three, because I had my son with me, and you saw him breaking down after the second movie. He ain't got it in him.
All right, so we do have a Patreon question. I always check during the show just to make sure no one says it at the last minute. Hey,
Yo, we got 37 people. Hold on one second, Attic. With only 19 likes. Let's get those likes up, please.
Yeah, I know it's going to take a little bit of time for you guys to get used to it. We took like a 3-week vacation. We had PAX East was one of the weeks. Huh?
We wasn't a vacation, and we gave them R&R with the Lords. We did Shazam and we did John Wick.
Yeah, well, obviously. But you get what I'm saying. We haven't did the live show in like 3
Yeah,
weeks.
we back, baby. We
All
back.
right, so we got a Patreon member chat from JBoogie327. Hey, do you guys know about the 3-episode rule? Or would you take 3-episode suggestions based off of if you like it or not?
I don't know anything about the 3-episode rule.
You know nothing about the 3-episode rule?
Some people say you got to watch 3 episodes of something before you can actually say if it's good or bad. I'm gonna tell you this: do you need to take 3 bites of something to realize you don't like it? Hell no.
Okay. I'll give you that. I will give you most of the time. You can determine in one episode if you're gonna like a show or not. But I will say there are shows out there, and there's a lot of them. That Attack on Titan's one of them. I would say Demon Slayer is one of them. Demon Slayer, you get into it quicker, but I would say Demon Slayer is also one of those as well, where you get a couple episodes in and then it really, really picks up. So I do feel like there are exceptions. Now, when it comes to movies, that's different. I could tell you within 15 minutes if I'm gonna like a movie or not. Because I feel like movies you have less room for error because you only in, out.
Bless you.
That's my opinion. When it comes to movies, because they're, anywhere from an hour and 45 to 2.5 hours. These days, I feel like you're getting more of the 2 to 2.5 hour marks than you used to. Usually you have to hit me the majority of them, and movies you can't keep me longer than I think it either, because I kind of felt like Avatar was a little too long for my
long-winded
personal
at certain. Yeah, I thought Avatar had a little long dead spots too as well, but that's James Cameron. You give him that, you afford him that, for his genius, I guess.
Yeah. So would I take away from the Avatar for how it was doing? Probably not. I do think it was still a good movie. But, I do think the 3 rule exists. And for the most part, especially TV shows and anime
I think that
3.
only exists when a fan is telling you to watch something and you watch the first episode and you're like, nah, B, it's trash. And they're like, yo, hold on, but give it at least 2 more episodes. Because you did that to me with Attack on Titan. And I'm not going to lie. After those next couple of episodes, then it heated up. I'm going to give you that. So, but other than that, I don't know. I
think you can argue that you need at least 2 to 3 episodes for Death Note, too. Because the first episode's pretty, I think when Death Note really takes off is when Kira's on TV and L tricks him into killing someone else. I think that's when that show really takes off. And that's 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's not bad. The show is not bad. It's just I feel like there is some seasons and some, like I said, movies a little bit different. But especially TV shows and anime where the show's okay, but it escalates a couple episodes in.
So you're going to have Sovereign watch Death Note, right?
Yes, eventually. I'm going to have him watch Death Note. It will be on our Patreon. Right now, I think I'm gonna have him watch another fight, just to get him a little bit. First off, we gotta figure out what happened with Mike. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, because he recorded on his own. Yo, something is going on. Somebody jinxed us with our mics, B.
Yeah, we were doing fine till PAX. We were doing fine.
Right.
Now,
we got this. Yeah.
I did listen. It did seem like my vibing issue's over. I didn't hear it this time.
Okay.
So I unplugged it, plugged it back in. Regardless, I'm still going to unplug everything and plug it back in just to make sure. Because these mics are too expensive not to be working correctly.
That's right. That's that expensive joint right there.
All right, King. We got to talk about it. And for those of you that don't realize I haven't really messed with anything in the middle. Normally, I have pictures and stuff going up in the middle. But right now, currently, I'm not able because the Steam Deck's not working correctly. I don't know what's going on with it. It is what it is. Mario. Super Mario Brothers. You gotta tell me, man. What was, first off, let's back it up. What was your expectations going into Super Mario Brothers?
After seeing the trailer, after seeing the trailer, my expectations were Nintendo is going to save video game movies. That was my expectations after watching the trailer. My because video game movies, and this is Dungeons and Dragons aside, because remember Dungeons and Dragons, I saw that first, that was on the high note. I'm like, yeah, they here. And Sonic was pretty good. But they hit the like 8, right? Don't ever hit the 10, never break through the ceiling. And it's always they're good, but movie theaters is always like they're good, but and people will be like, yeah, they're good, but that's a video game. Not this one, bro. It's my expectations on this one was Nintendo got to save us.
And I think you can argue that they kind of did. I'm not gonna say that this is the best adaptation that's ever been in gaming, but I'm say it's good. I personally have an issue with how they handled Bowser to a degree. I felt
Does it
like,
even fit?
yeah. Look, I'm never saying that wasn't what they always portrayed going through the years, but I would say they did it in a better way in the past, where he was definitely a simp, but you wouldn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe it's because a narrative's never been the prime focus when it comes to a Mario game. But what I gotta really say, man, the Easter eggs on this movie. It's like,
How many do you think? What's the over and under? Oh, okay.
I say there's at least 50.
Okay, so you said 50.
50 and higher.
I'm gonna say it's more than 100.
You might be right. I wouldn't be surprised if it was
The
over
only
100.
reason why I'm gonna say it's more than 100 because I know my Amato is a stickler for numbers. You got 99 coins. You get 99 lives. I know he's gonna go for 100 because you can jump over the flag. 100.
What was your, we'll get a little bit in spoiler territory here, guys. What was your favorite Easter eggs in this?
The Super Punch Out Pizza.
I don't remember that one.
Because that was the logo for the pizza shop. The pizza shop was called Super Punch Out Pizza. All right. My second one was Jumpman. The arcade machine. Mm-hmm. All right. So Nintendo had a problem in the beginning because they couldn't use the name Donkey Kong because some other company had the name Donkey Kong. So they was going to come out with a game called Jumpman. And that was supposed to be Mario jumping over the thing. Well, they got the rights to whatever, Donkey Kong or whatever. And I might be saying this wrong. Please don't capture this. I know they had a problem with the name, and they wind up with their first name was gonna be Jumpman. It wind up being Donkey Kong, but on the arcade cabinet, it says Jumpman, and I was smiling for absolutely no reason.
I was smiling for the majority of the movie. I have to honestly be honest with that. I liked that. Some of my favorite one was when they're on, obviously there's a kart section in the game, very Easter eggish towards Mario Kart. And I like when they're taking on this particular person the entire time and they finally get this man dealt with. So he ain't done. He comes out and he says, "You'll never beat me." And he's like, "Blue Shell!" Like, yo, I lost it. I started dying laughing when he said that. Like, straight up started dying laughing when he said that.
And it was dope too what he did.
Yeah.
My joints was when they got to the Luigi off on his own and showed how frightened he was, but it automatically went to Luigi Mansion.
Do you think that spins off of Luigi's Mansion movie?
It could.
Yeah,
they did everything that they did.
A Mario
Kart franchise.
A Mario Kart movie.
Yes. Cranky Kong.
Yeah.
That he was the king. You thought King Kong, you thought Donkey Kong was gonna be the king.
I kind of did.
Absolutely
I kind
wasn't.
of expected him not to be the king because you saw him fighting in the commercial,
Right.
and it didn't look like they would put him on the crown like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, when Donkey Kong came out there, tell me when you heard that Donkey Kong DK.
Yo. It was a joke.
You've only heard that in one game, like one game, and that was the N64 Donkey Kong game.
Yep.
It was just.
Remember when he yelled out, "Sit down, Diddy"?
I was actually thinking to myself when I was watching, I wonder if Diddy Kong and I can't remember all their names, but they all were there. If you look at him, he only addressed Diddy Kong, but the others were standing beside
Yeah,
Diddy.
Dixie and everybody was there.
It was good, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I like when they went to pick up the carts, right? And I forget which one it was. I think it was Mario Kart 64 when you got the gliders. I think that was the one. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was the only time you got to slide because that's when the motorcycle showed up, and you was able to pick like your glider, your wheels, and your frame. And when they went up to it, and they got there, and they did the glider, the frame, and the wheels, and they picked their carts. Yo, I lost it. Absolutely
I
lost.
was smiling the entire time that they were picking it because it showed the Wii U and the Switch
Yep.
UI that they
saw
scoped
it,
up
right?
and down to get it. It's like, look, like I get it. Like if you're not a gamer, you're not gonna really enjoy this movie to the fullest. But I got a question: why are you watching this if you're not a gamer?
Because
You might have kids
wanna
that
see
you
a
bring
good
into
film.
it. That's one thing. But if you're going to watch this and you're not a gamer and you're not being drugged to this thing by a gamer, why are you watching this?
Yo, because it was Easter, and this is the ultimate Easter film. Let's put our hands together. Let's put our hands together for the greatest CGI that I've seen. I know Disney right now is quaking in their boots. They're probably frozen.
Because I think if Nintendo sits down with some really good storytellers and some good writers, they can demolish all of Nintendo. They could take all Disney's stacks when it comes to animation.
Yeah, they can go right at them.
Go straight from
Yoshi?
Donkey Kong. Like imagine if they bring Yoshi in the second one.
You saw him, right? You saw him when he was running around?
No, I didn't.
Wait, okay, so you didn't see where they was going from the sand place to the other place, and then they ran past and they showed the Yoshis running in herds?
No, I didn't catch that.
Oh my god. And the pink Yoshi looked over at him and was like, and then kept going.
Yeah, so imagine
Lost.
they go into Zelda,
Right.
then they go into Donkey Kong, a movie around the Donkey Kong region. Then they can go into like Icarus.
Yo, hold on. Nintendo on the Otaku with a $10 super chat. Mario is the most video game movie that is its best qualities. It's and it's worse. The pacing was way too fast paced, which is like a Mario game, but it's still enjoyable from beginning to end.
Yeah, and you know what I enjoy too
That's true.
is okay. I get it. Some people. How do you think they portrayed Peach?
I thought Peach was crazy. I thought
she was
Okay.
she's the VIP of the show, of the movie.
well, she's supposed to be. Because okay, in every game, she's the focal point, right? We want to know why Bowser captures her. We want to know why Mario goes and gets her. But that kind of turned on its head when you got to Super Mario 64 and you saw Peach's castle. All right, so you see Peach's castle. Now you come to find out that she is she's the princess of the land, and you really of the Toad people if you go into the cartoon and stuff like that. Okay. Later on, when you was playing Mario Kart and she had the bike, she was dope. So they kind of leaned into the character and gave her more personality and more presence, opposed to letting
Make her the
Mario
damsel
be
in
the star.
distress.
Exactly. They
I-
took
I-
away that whole weakness from
I
her.
loved what they did with her because I felt like she's always been there in little sprinkles throughout the game, but
Yes.
they've never done a good job explaining she's useful. But in this, they explained it. She grew up with them. She learned how to fight through a lot of them. Like when they were like, don't go to Donkey Kong's country, they ain't even go. She's like, no, forget that. We go. Like,
You know what I like? I like Toad. I like that Toad, that mushroom guy was different from all the other ones. Because he was like, I told you I'm not leaving. Because she said, yo, listen, go find someplace safe to go. You know, Bowser is here right now. He was like, yo, I told you I'm not leaving. And she was like, wow, finally a mushroom with courage. And he's completely different. Nintendo on there, Taco with the $5 super chat. Everybody needs to apologize to Chris Chat because he did a good job. Everyone did good except for Anya's Peach. Her performance was phoned in my opinion. Yo, I told people before when it was flipping out about Chris Pratt, I said
like him.
He sounded great. I said, let's see the film.
You know what I like too? They made the dad have that accent.
Yep. Yo, you know what I like even more? The guy that was playing Donkey Kong inside the pizza shop was a parody of the original Super Mario movie. You know the dude who played in the live action? He was wearing the same exact getup, and he was a parody of that guy. And he said, "Yeah, you should have a plumber, and it should have a whatchamacallit voice, a Super Mario Italian voice." It was really good. Killian Brown with the $2 super chat. Mag said Nintendo's doing an NCU. I hope to God that they are.
Yeah,
I
hope they actually take time and do it right. That's the biggest thing. I hope they take time and do it right because what I saw is something that Disney has never been able to do is be able to combine their properties like that. Like,
oh yeah,
just think about it. The first Mario movie in a long time, I don't even count the first one. The first Mario movie, they introduced Donkey Kong. Mm-hmm. They introduced Bowser. They introduced
Yoshi.
Keep in mind, Wario still not here.
They said Mario Galaxies.
Mario Galaxy, because the stars was in the game in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how that star in the volcano wasn't funny, man. I love that.
Yep.
I'm telling my girl because she's watching with me. She ain't never played these games, and I'm like, that star, they're stronger than anything in this show right now. This movie right now. Like, she's like, no. I'm like, yeah. People don't realize that star there can get out of this situation if he wanted to. Like,
exactly. You talk about the
Luna star
that was laying down like this right there.
The blue one.
The one that said at the end, "What if we all go to nothingness?"
He was like, they're like, "We're gonna sacrifice you all," and then he's like, "Finally!"
He was so morbid. It was dope. Oh man, it's such. I can't overstate this. The CGI is some of the best CGI you are going to see. And it took Nintendo to get it right. And just like Nintendo was the savior for the video game franchises and consoles, all the console war and we got now, all the stuff that we were able to do because Atari killed it. Nintendo saved it.
You know what's crazy? If you really think about it, King, they obviously have their individual people. They can make a Wario movie. They can make a whatever the Luigi dude is. That one they can bring him into it. They can also go.
He's called
Waluigi. They can go into the general thing that you would think they would go to, making a Mario sequel, making a Zelda movie. They can make a Donkey Kong sequel, and then they have these little side pockets. They can make a Mario Kart movie. They can make a Mario Party movie. Like imagine them making a Mario Party, but it's like escape room. Like there is so much that Nintendo can do with this franchise. It's not even funny. And that's if they don't want to reach into unrealistic bring Metro and people like that into the game.
Well, they have a ton of IPs, and you can get Star Fox, you can get all these IPs into it. But this movie from beginning to end, and I know it's kind of short, and like I told my wife, I could see this movie a million times. I don't care because it
If
was
it
always
wasn't if I still had the AMC thing and there's an AMC around me, I would have watched it again.
yeah. I'm gonna go see it again this week anyway. We got Mr. Joanna Dark. What's up, brother? Yo, he came out. He's always outside, with the $5 super chat. Salute to you, gentlemen. Could Nintendo launch the Mario Kart movie alongside a new game? Could Nintendo do what Xbox and Sony can do with their games? Yes,
And it would sell well. It would sell extremely well.
yes,
It,
but I don't want them. I don't want them to be
too
held to an
aggressive.
unrealistic
Yeah.
like launch date, like where something has to sacrifice. Either the game has to sacrifice or the movie has to sacrifice.
I agree with you. The only way I would be okay with them doing that is if they put enough time aside for both to do them at the same time to have them simultaneously come out. I don't want one being
Right.
rushed for the other.
Exactly. That's exactly what I feel. That's exactly my point. He said, I want a Metroid.
He said, I would like a Punch-Out movie in the vein of Creed.
Creed. Yo, they had so many little Easter eggs. You saw the F-Zero in the back. And if you look at the posters, the movie was set in the 80s. If y'all didn't, look at Mario's radio. It was incredible. Let me hold on. We got Dragonheart Yobi, my guy, with the $5 super chat. Peace, love, life. Going to see Mario and John Wick tomorrow. Oh, you're in for a treat, sir.
They are coming in full today, man. Really appreciate that, guys.
I do appreciate
Yeah,
it.
because pretty much everything R&R makes goes straight back into us watching movies at this
Exactly.
point. like we try our hardest to not take from the ILP bank. We try to fund ourselves. Okay.
Basically. I mean, and what y'all did was just send us to the movies this week and get a chance to see whatever new comes out, because I'm definitely going to talk about Renfield. There's a couple of movies that's coming out this month. A ton of movies this month that my Regal Pass, and I'm a staunch supporter for the Regal Pass or the AMC Pass. If you can get a movie pass and you're an active movie goer, go check it out. Go do it.
If I had a movie theater like the one that was in Boston, I would go watch movies every weekend.
Attic fell in love with the movie theater out there.
Yeah.
And it was his first time going to a Dolby Vision and Dolby Audio movie theater.
It was
Anybody
uncomfortable.
that's been-
It was
Yo.
uncomfortable. That's how I've never been to anything like that.
The seats are big, big guy seats. So me and Attic was sitting right next to
And
each other.
keep in
big
mind,
guy
this is after we've walked an entire day. We are exhausted.
Yeah, this
and
is
I
true.
sat in that thing, and it was like sitting in a cloud. Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. We got a couple more things that we're going to watch. I am going to make sure I watch maybe one more movie this month, because I got that 45 minutes to an hour, and, it's just a lot. Like, it's an entire day thing. Like, 2 hours there and back, 2 to 3 hours for the movie, depending on what we're watching. Considering that's a higher tier movie theater, the tickets are more expensive, which is worth it. It's better than the one I had. They actually have nachos and cheese, not that nonsense AMC has. Legit nachos and cheese.
Yo, listen, Attic was so over the moon with the Boston movie theater. And listen, I saw John Wick in Dolby Vision, and I saw John Wick in IMAX. The Dolby Vision blew it away. The sound, everything. I'm sorry, IMAX. I think Dolby Vision just ate your lunch. But yeah. But this Mario movie, Attic, they got 5 popcorn.
It's got 5 for me too. Like it just, there's not much I'll give a 5. But man, this movie.
If I can give it more, I'll give it more.
I only got nitpicks. I don't got nothing serious wrong with it. Just small little nitpicks. And I'm a very, very fine detail kind of person.
Right.
And the fact that I came out of this movie like damn near perfect. Like it was that good.
Yeah.
It was that good. I felt like everyone had their shine. Even people like DK that you wouldn't think would have that much screen time felt like he was on the screen just as long as Mario.
Yep. And it was I don't know. It just felt like it made me feel like a kid again. It made me feel like the 80s again. It made me feel like when I had got my regular Nintendo. And oh, remember when they was like they was trying to fix their cart and one dude was like, "Oh, mine isn't working. My cart isn't working." He said, "Why don't you got to blow on it a little bit?" I just fell out. It's just little things like that. I'm like this, and I know. Pause. All right, for everybody out there, you little freaks. Um, it's just it has so much fan service. I want to see this on digital so I can just rewind it and I can just like dissect the movie and find out all the little Easter eggs. But five popcorn for me is something that y'all should go see. The water is done perfectly. Remember that the first time you saw Wave Race and you said to yourself like, "Yo, how did Mayomato and these guys do this? How did they get the water physics to be like this?" And it was the first time that y'all saw that in the video game. And I'm not saying that this is the first time I saw water move like that, but this is the first time water was seamlessly integrated with CGI and I didn't see any artifacts or anything breaking up. It was just really
It was well
done
done.
well.
And it's like one of those things where it's like, if this is what you have to offer, Nintendo, come and take Disney's lunch money. Like, I give it a 4. Pacing was too bad for me. I feel that. I feel like the pacing
The
was pretty
Nintendo
crazy.
taco with the $2 super chat. Thank you.
But like, here's my thing with the pacing. It wasn't bad pacing. It was just fast pacing. They did everything they were supposed to. Maybe they could have made the fight between DK and DK and Mario a little bit better.
Longer.
Yeah, maybe they could have done that a little bit better. But even though that there are some things that I feel like they could have expanded on, I can't say that they didn't do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can't say that what they did wouldn't be good enough for me.
Well, he said 4 popcorn, but the pacing, it's
I think that's fair though. 4 popcorn's damn near perfect.
yeah, it is. But you know what? No, I can't go against somebody else's opinion of how they felt that the movie did for them, right? I can only just talk about my opinion of something, and I can just respect his opinion and validate his opinion that way, and I respect his opinion. Pixel Bid G with the $2 super chat. The water was Sea of Thieves plus level. Loved it. That's what I'm talking about. See, I want to know. I want to see it again to make sure that I'm not bugging, because when you had the light source and when it was going down in the water, when Donkey Kong was going down in the water, I lost it. And they had to break through the water at the top. It really looked very good. Like, and I said, man, these are spots where you can make or break a film when you get from dry land and then you go into water, or you do ice and it's not done well, or you do fire and it's not done well. It's just all of it was just done really, really well. And it's worth it. The acting was really good. I mean, it was good. You're muted too.
Just go watch it, guys. At this point, we got a $2 super chat from Pixel Bit G. Oh yeah, you already said that.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, man. It's a good movie. There has been little things going on. We'll probably approach that next week. By next week we'll probably have a decent amount on the Mandalorian to talk about.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to more. This week's kind of more of a movie week. Now I do think what I'm going to start doing is kind of doing what we did, like the Road to PAX East thing, but just give you guys little things to look forward to. I think I'm gonna start, for every $50 to $100, I don't know, that R&R gets, I think we'll start doing more of rating shows, rating movies, rating TVs, rating actors. That'll be fun.
Well,
man.
don't we got a community stream this weekend or something like
Saturday.
that we doing? Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, we got one this Saturday.
And we're gonna start bringing back, Fight Night Fridays, boy. So I'll put these hands on this guy over here with the Nora 2 shirt.
Yeah, I like this. My girl bought this for me actually.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
She bought herself one too.
Yeah, she
No,
wasn't
we got
you got matching shirts?
no, matching shirts and matching joggers that have the same Naruto thing on it.
You gotta take a picture.
I think we did take a babe. Did we ever take a picture of us in the Naruto stuff? What? Did we ever take a picture of us in the Naruto stuff? No, not yet. She said no, but I know where they are, so we could do that. All right, but that's pretty much it for the show. Now, let me go ahead and close this.
You ready for Tekken? The Black John. That's what's up.
So, like I said, you guys want to see more of our content, definitely go to our Patreon. We actually have some stuff coming up for you guys. King is about to start back up on the Attack on Titan. We're going to record a couple of those episodes.
Yes,
and
sir.
we actually, I have Saul reacting to stuff now. I think some of you saw he reacted to a Demon Slayer fight, which was pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna have him react to another Demon Slayer fight. Probably something a little early because he saw Rengoku fight. Now I'm gonna show him one of the earlier fights that's good where it's Tanjiro fighting. So we'll go from there. King's doing the Attack on Titan. I've finished the My Hero.
You gotta let him do the whole Pain series though.
The whole Pain series.
Yo, Obito. Oh my God.
I don't want to overburden him because those are. See how I want to do it with him since he's so oblivious and he's going straight into the fights. Is I want to write up a little brief summary of what's going on, like not too detailed, but it's like this is Naruto. These are his abilities. This is Pain. These are his abilities. Here's a brief summary of what's going on while they're fighting. Push play. You know what I'm saying?
Do you see the hypocrisy here, ladies and gentlemen? This guy took me, an infant, and threw me into the ocean and said, if you make it home, you make it home. If he dies, he dies.
Hey, you live though. You swam.
I watched every episode. He came back to me and said, you watched all 500? I said, yeah. He said, wait.
He was tired too. He was real tired.
Yo, he said, you didn't go through because there's a filler list. I said, nah, I don't care about that. I watched every episode.
Me and Grace watched the first 10 seasons of Naruto. And then she was like, well, okay, we got to go to 11. I was like, no, we're going to Shippuden. Like, I'm not watching 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 because all that shit is filler.
Yeah, but it was good filler to me. And this weekend, I just saw The Will of Fire. I just watched The Will of Fire, which I thought was dope.
Which one was that? Is that the one with the KK Genkais?
Yeah, the KK Genkais. And my wife was so mad at it because she was like, they taking eyeballs? And I told her about Obito and how Obito is going to come back later and get his revenge. So it was good. It was good.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. I think you guys are going to really enjoy what we got in store because we got some really good stuff for you guys. But this is Lord King and Lord Addict, and we will come at you guys. Hopefully, me and King can get through a couple episodes of Attack on Titan because I think there's some things in Attack on Titan Season 2 that I'm dying to hear King's reaction to.
Yeah. Peace, y'all. Thank you. And thanks for all the super chats. We really
appreciate that. See, with numbers like that, we got our super chats up a little bit, our viewership a little bit. When we have those monthly interviews, I'm like, Cog, here's the numbers. We are a success.
Yes, we are successful, sir. Please leave us alone.
We'll see you next month. See ya.
Peace, guys. Thank you.